All right, guys, so on top of this paper where it says rate of change, I want you to write down this little formula, put y1, and then put your little squiggly. Then you're going to put mx1 plus b. All right, we're going to be using Desmos, and in Desmos, you need to have this formula, okay, this little program. It says, what is the slope of the line that passes through the point? And then it has 26, 7. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a table. Then we're going to put 26 and 7 first. And then we have the point negative 39 and 12. And what we're going to do, we're going to put this into Desmos. And then we're going to use this squiggly to find out what the slope is. So the slope is going to be your m number. All right, we're looking for the m. All right, well, I'll put it into Desmos in a second. So the same thing here. We have our x's, we have our y's. We're going to go ahead and use Desmos. So this is going to be a Desmos question. This is going to be a Desmos question. Okay. And right here, now we can make this a Desmos, or we can count from one point to another point. So let me do the Desmos setup on the side for you. All right, let's go ahead and make our table. So this point is going to be negative 3, positive 5. So I'm going to put negative 3, positive 5. And then this point is going to be 9 and then negative 5. So we have 9, negative 5. From here, we're going to actually just put into Desmos, right? Now, the other way to do this is to really count from this point to this point. All right, it's going to go down, then it's going to go to the right. So if I count how many points it went down, oh, sorry, hold up. Let me just double check that this is correct. 9, okay. It's right here. So I'm going to start in the circle. I'm going to say 0. I'm going to go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I went down 10. So let me write down negative 10 divided by. Then I'm going to go this way. So I'm going to start right here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. So this is going to be 12. This is going to be negative 10. So this is actually going to be my slope. The thing is, negative 10 and 12, this actually reduces. If I divide these by 2, it's going to be 5, negative 5 over 6. So my answer is D. Now, if you don't want to do the counting, because these lines are kind of small, just put this in Desmos, and you should get negative 5 over 6 as your m, as your slope. All right. Now here on number 7, we have our format y equals mx plus b. The m number is your slope. So if we have it in this setup, y equals negative 3x plus 4, my m number is going to be the negative 3. Only the negative 3. Do not put the x. All right. So let's see. These are all the same setups, guys. These are all Desmos. Oh, be careful. So on this one, remember, when you don't have anything in front of the x, you can just put a 1. All right, you can just go and write down a 1 there, and then tell me which one. The slope. Oh, I forgot the y-intercept. So for the b, y-intercept, that's the plus or minus. So right here I have a plus 4, so the b equals positive 4. Okay, so that's my slope, that's my y-intercept. Now here we're going to have to do what we call the kick and divide method. So we're going to go ahead and move our x number, and we're going to kick it over the line. So this is a negative 4, it becomes a positive 4x. Now this 5y, it remains on this side, 5y, and I'm going to rewrite this as 4x and then plus 20. So that was my kick step. Now you always want to rewrite. This is the number one mistake that I see. Is that how you spell right? I think that's how you spell right. The number one mistake is that y'all don't rewrite it. You have to rewrite it before you can do the divide. So now, I'm going to divide by 5. Okay, these cancel out. I'm left with y equals, you have 4 divided by 5x. Now 20 divided by 5 does reduce. That's going to be positive 4. So again, my slope, this is the m number. My positive 4, this is the b number. And that's what they're asking for, the slope and the y-intercept. So just do the kick and divide method. Okay. If you're not sure they reduce, you can just put these in the calculator and you'll see how they reduce. All right, right here, the rate of change, that's the same thing as slope. That's the m number. So on this one, we actually have to get some points, and let's see what points are gonna make it. So I see one of these points right here. That's perfect. It's a pretty point. I see another one right here. All right. So these 2 points, I'm gonna go ahead and put in the table, and we can use Desmos. So I'm gonna have 1, and then this is the number 10. Be careful. I have 110 here. Then this point is going to be a positive 7, and it go down. So I'm going to negative 30. All right, this is going to be a Desmos question. You can Des right here. All right. So whenever we have a line going straight up and down, this is x equals. X equals is a line that always goes straight up, straight down. So what statement about the line is true? The equation, so I have a x equals at, what number is this? Look for this number right here. This should be x equals negative 4. So x equals negative 4, the slope isn't defined. So these that y equals, that doesn't make sense. So let's get rid of that, and we'll get rid of that. Now let's talk about the slope. Is the slope undefined or is the slope negative 4? And this is what our little slope guy. All right, write down slope guy. All right, so my slope guy looks like this. I have a positive line, I have a negative line, I got an undefined line, and I got a 0 line. This is my slope guy. Something that's going up and down has a u on it that's undefined. So my answer should be A. If the line was going side to side like this one, my slope is 0. So I got a 0 slope over here. That's the difference between an up and down line, and this line going side to side is 0. Now, if this is an x equals line going up and down, the line going left and right, this is a y equals line, and you have to look for that number right there. And for the last one, again, the kick and divide method. Kick over your x number, make it opposite. So positive 3 becomes a negative 3x. I'm going to rewrite it. This is a negative 2y. That's the number one mistake everyone's going to make. You're going to forget that negative 2y equals negative 3x plus 10. Divide by the negative 2. Cancels out. Y equals a negative divided by negative is positive 3 over 2. X, and then positive divided by negative is negative 5. So which one is the slope? The 3 over 2 or the minus 5? All right, you pick which one the slope is. M equals what?